Ivan, let's start talking about Sofascore. How did your growth first look like? What were the first applications, the first, in general, first tools that you use in order to gain people and gain traction?
I listened to some presentations before this panel, and I'm thinking, oh my God, we started before smartphone era, and now on every slide is something from AI, or AI created a slide. So we started before smartphones, and we used a Google SEO as the main driver for our visitors, and I believe that Google SEO plus SEO for AI tool is still probably the most valuable for new companies, for startups. And you need to take care, you need to create a special website or several websites for your tool, for your product. Google SEO is still the best tool for driving visitors. And especially, I believe, I'm testing AI tools. They're reading other news portals, and right now you can create a special articles for your product, and AI tool will read that articles, and the AI tool will include your product as a suggestion for a customer.
Okay, so CEO, you would definitely kind of repeat. You would marry that. You would definitely repeat that decision. Nothing kind of. You wouldn't change anything in that if you were starting all over again.
We started before smartphones. So,
exactly. But now, if you started now, for example, at this era, this period of time, still CEO.
Definitely. And I will create several websites. So we do several topics, and I will try to drive users to my product.
And when did you switch to a completely structured approach of growth? When did Sofascore start being about hacks and tricks, and started to really structurally grow?
It was almost 10 years after starting the company, the business. And so, as I said, we started before smartphone era, and how smartphone devices reach the population. In some point around 2015, we needed to invest more in user acquisition, and we needed to create a plan for that user acquisition. But I have a very simple story from 2010, but I believe that the same thing is still now. So we created an app for Microsoft smartphones, for Nokia's at the beginning, and that platform died after a few years.
On a Nokia? No way. On that Nokia?
On Microsoft. I forgot the name of that third platform, but we created a Sofascore as an app for Microsoft, and one developer created that app with background and backend of regular Sofascore, and we received more than 1 million almost free users, because if someone received that Nokia on Microsoft smartphone, he tried to find a live score, and we were the only live score app on Nokia. And later, when they bought iPhone or Android, they just switched from Microsoft to us. So that was a great and very valuable driver for users from that point. So what is important to say in this moment, in 2026, now you have a lot of new opportunities, and you need to look everywhere, from Google Gemini, Claude, Reddit, TikTok, Discord. You have so many opportunities right now, much more than we had in our time, and you need to create something special for them. You need to have something unique for the users.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense. You mentioned acquisition in the previous answer, and many startups early on, they focus a lot on acquisition. When is the time to start thinking about engagement and retention? And how did that go for Sofascore? At what point did you start kind of shifting from one to another? And how's that going so far as well now as we speak?
So first, you need to have a good product. You need to have something valuable for the user. And if you have that, then the user acquisition costs will be not so expensive if a product isn't valuable. If you buy a user who will recommend your product to someone else, then you're buying only one user, but he will spread the information around his friends and
word of mouth.
His circle. So I believe that the valuable product, the valuable idea is still the most important thing. Then we have a lot of growth strategies after you create a good product.
Agreed. Which tools, since we're talking about acquisition and engagement and all that, which tools that you use are more kind of focused and good in acquisition, and which ones in engagement and retention? And what do you kind of use, and what would you suggest to people creating?
So we tried everything from day zero to now. Now the easiest way is to acquire new users via Google network, but that network becomes expensive in the last five years. Now you need to pay a lot of money for a new user, and you need, if your product isn't good enough, you will pay for the user and you will lose that user. So maybe if you don't have, if you have a limited budget, maybe it's a good moment to start all other networks from Reddit, Discord, and all of these platforms. They're trying to create something new, something different, and we're testing literally everything on the market.
Yeah, it's a good advice. Yeah. Sure is. And how do you decide today where to invest when it comes to performance marketing, for example, organic channels, product-led growth, all those things? What's behind the decision? How do you choose?
So we are looking at our data, and we are trying to find in which regions, in which countries Sofascore is the best. And for example, we have a completely new product. It's called Sofascore Torneo for lower leagues, and that software is free, and we don't have a special marketing activities for that product. And right now, without marketing activities, we are seeing the best countries for that product, from Poland to Brazil, and we will invest money in that regions, in that countries, because if right now, without marketing activities, users from that countries, if they're using Sofascore Torneo, then we probably fill the gap for software or anything else, and we will invest in that countries. So you need to look at data, not make assumptions.
Based on based on emotion or something.
And be careful with AI answers. AI is currently answering on the previous data, and you can ask any AI tool what to do next, but he will give you an answer, for example, for Sofascore in 2015, and you will invest your money, your valuable money, in the wrong way.
Yeah, so don't blame Sofascore for that. I mean, learn, people. All right, you've mentioned the different parts of the world. So yeah, Brazil, Poland. What actually differs? You said, okay, look at the data, but what's different, if you can, remember from the data that you've read, and yeah, simply what differs in different part of the world, and how does the okay, sorry, I know it's a tough one, but yeah, simply what are the specifics for different parts of the world?
Yeah, so every country and the regions in the countries are different. In Croatia, everyone knows when Dinamo and Hajduk, when they're playing, then you have a lot of police on the highways in the cities, and you cannot know the similar things in all countries around the globe. So you need to be careful, you need to research. We created probably the best product for cricket for India, but we don't have users in India because the product, European product, we are from Zagreb, and most of our designers and product owners and project managers are in Zagreb, and we created a product for European mindset. And in India, they have something very different with huge banners and different things. And we don't have users in India. Even
Yet.
The product is the best, literally the best for the cricket.
Yeah, interesting. When you decide, to grow, how does that process look in Sofascore? How does testing grow channels look like? How do you decide on that? Who's involved?
Yeah, now we are in a good phase, so we are trying to create a brand, and the brand will help us to buy new users with good prices. If you have unlimited money, if some of investors are here with unlimited money, you can buy anything you want, but you have limited budgets. So we're trying to create something different. For example, Sofascore has a Sofascore award for the best players around the globe, and we have a special event once a year in Zadar, and some of the best players around the globe, they received the award and they took pictures or videos or podcasts with our award. But this is for the brand. And then if the final user see firstly on YouTube or everywhere else a Sofascore brand, the Sofascore logo, he will download app faster and cheaper. So we are trying to create a complete story for growing.
Do we know, and is it? Are you allowed to say publicly who's this year's best player? So I don't know which sport, but any sport.
So we are giving an award for every league, and the data is live in the app every moment, so you can see in each country who is the best right now.
All right. And who's coming to receive the award in Zadar?
Because of the World Cup, this year is a World Cup in less than a month. The most of our players will be in US, so we will send them awards.
Perfect. How do you know? We've talked about growth channels and kind of ways of growing in general. Does it happen that a certain growth channel reaches a ceiling and that it simply stops growing? And do you know if that happens? And how do you prevent that from happening? Can you prevent it from happening?
You can see that by with prices. So at the beginning, the price for the user is affordable, and when you hit the ceiling, then you're paying literally 5 times more. So you can see it by prices, but luckily we are a global brand, so we can split our budget around the globe, around the countries. We can see where is football season, where is the basketball season. So we're trying to invest our budget in the period, in the country when it is perfect, because you have a ceiling everywhere in every moment in every country.
Was there a channel that surprised you, either in a good or in a bad way? Something that really brought a lot of customers and that worked out perfectly and you didn't expect it, and the opposite as well, something that you expected a lot from and actually turned out to be not a failure, but...
So the answer, I can answer you like a tool on the past data, but we saw in the last probably 15 years that every new marketing opportunity is valuable. For example, at the beginning, Facebook started with ads, and we created ads for the most important matches every day, and we changed the score by Photoshop, and we upload every minute a new picture, a new format for the ad, and we received a lot of users on Facebook in that time. But as Google ads now, the Facebook ads are not cheap as was at the beginning. So I want to suggest everyone who are listening to try the new marketing methods on the new platforms. Every time when some platform create a marketing ad space, you need to try it. At the beginning, you don't have enough investors, you don't have enough ads, and you have users. So you need to try every new marketing opportunity in the first days, in the first weeks.
Yeah, try it out, guys. Before final questions, I was just wondering if anyone here from the audience has a question for Ivan, so that we can give him that question right now, even before the Q&A room. Yeah, the reflectors and the lights are kind of enabling me from seeing. But I think, there's a hand right there. I'm not sure if you're close enough. It's all right. Okay, so the question was about betting, and is it ruining actually the sports in general and also the industry?
So it depends about the local regulatives, and for example, in Croatia, you cannot promote anymore betting companies during the day. You can promote them during the night, and as you can see right now, every football brand, almost every sport organization has branded from some betting operator, but I believe that regulations will slow it down, and for us this is good to have a lot of other brands on Sofascore. But right now, if everyone else receives money from betting operators, we cannot decided not to use that money. So I believe that governments needs to do the next steps.
Yeah, let the institutions do their work. We have a saying in Croatia, neka institucije rade svoj posao. And I actually agree, a lot. If there are any more questions, yes, please raise your hand. And if not, even what do you think, looking ahead, what would be like the next top channel? Maybe something that's not very popular yet, that's not mainstream, but you see that it's coming and that could make a difference for example, people creating and simply...
So, for example, our colleagues, they're trying right now Roblox.
Roblox,
I created an app, I created an account there, and I don't understand anything in that app.
It's like TikTok.
No, TikTok is...
in a way of not understanding the point.
So, there is a formula. When your parents visit your Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram, then that network is dead. And the next generation, they're moving from their parents. So you just need to find the next app, and the next step will be the best way to marketing your product.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Actually, follow your parents and then avoid them. But it makes a lot of sense. And to end with, what's next for Sofascore? Are there any plans, anything new that you can share and would like to share?
So we see a huge gap on lower leagues because all of our competitors, they're creating an app for PSG, Arsenal, and the best clubs in the world. But we found a gap for the lower leagues because nobody cared for the next generation. And we created, as I mentioned, a special app for the lower leagues. And I believe that will help us to grow more than 10 times in the next decade.
10 times in a decade. Sounds good. Sounds, but both numbers sound very good and promising. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much, Ivan, for the conversation. I think we've deserved something better than water. So we'll
This is the last panel, and we can drink Palinko as Pelin is
join us.
Local.
Exactly. It's on him. I mean, he invited. So there you go. Join us on Pelinko. It's afterwards. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ivan, for your answers.